Welcome back to another episode of the We Just Talk podcast. It's your girl Donniip, episode 3, season 2. We got a really dope guest for you guys this week. Kiraj, y'all. Come on, give it up.
Girl goes well.
Because I took it well.
What's
Welcome.
up?
Welcome.
Thank you for
What's
having
up?
me.
Thank you for coming. I think it's so dope that you're here.
I
You got a lot going on.
think
If you guys don't know who Kiraj is, you got a fucking problem. If you're not tapped in, you guys got to get tapped in. One of the best poets, one of my favorite. Seriously. Seriously, I really fuck with you. I think it should be so dope. And I think that what made me fuck with you, when you did that poem about, let's get the fucking out the way first. I think I seen you, where did I see you first? I probably seen you in Philly at one of the shows that you, Matt, Maui, and Mike was on. And I was like, damn, who's this girl? I gotta follow her. And ever since then, and then I bought The Breaking Point. Yeah.
Breaking out of toxic relationships and habits.
Yeah. So why poetry?
So when I was young, I didn't really talk much.
Mm-hmm.
And my family nicknamed me Mute. My uncle, that was just my name. But it turns out that I wasn't just not talking, I was just communicating and writing. And it just turned from writing essays to stories to poetry. And I've been writing since I was 9.
Nice.
It just comes so natural to me. Like, people say I speak in poetry now because I've been doing it.
You do it so
long.
good. Yeah. You do that shit. You do that shit so gracefully. I couldn't do that shit. Me, I get it. That motherfucker, that shit to sound like Bibbidi Bop featuring a fucking Dr. Seuss. It's giving very kindergarten. Yeah, because that shit, none of the shit around it, none of it will go together. It would not make no type of fucking sense. Like when you put your shit together, it's like a literally like a story. My shit it'll be a whole bunch of shit.
Place.
Yeah, it'll be.
And another thing.
Yeah, I start talking about chicken, love, trauma bond, manifesting, yoga. Shit'll go fucking left. Like what, how do you come up with this? Is this just where do you get the information? Is it from personal experiences?
Oh, yeah. So most of my stuff is definitely personal experiences. I want to say 99%. And then maybe 1% if I'm booked to write something for a cause. But most of it is my life.
Your life.
Life be lifing and I be writing as it be lifing.
Yeah. Same for me. People ask me that all the time. Like, where do you get the thoughts to come up with the car rants, that is me. That is the unhealed version of me. That is the healed version. That is the immature version of myself. That is the young girl. That is the now grown woman. I would say 95% of it is my personal experience as well. So that's how I'm able to do what I do. I think it's dope when you can get on there and you can turn pain into pleasure or just kind of inspire people with just the shit you've been through. I think it's super dope that you're able to do that. And I love it. One of my favorite poems is, I don't know the fucking name of it, but talking about getting fucking out the way.
That's first date sex.
Yeah.
I actually wrote that in bed with a man that I was having a one night stand with.
Really? Let's talk about that poem. Break that down a little bit. Because I don't think, if you don't know, you got to really tap in.
So that first line of that is, I like to let the sex come first. Before we think of things to say, before we dive into our most inner thoughts, let's get the fucking out the way. So we were laying there and we had just finished doing the do. And I had gave him a fake name and everything, right? So then we started talking and I was like, damn, I might like this thing. I might have to tell him who I am. And we started talking, we started building. And then that's how it, before we think of all these things to say, we had already fucked. We had already done the do. So now that I know that I like you, you can actually get to know me.
Really?
And he was just sitting there because I got out of the bed and I was like, give me a second. And I started writing it down. And I was like, oh, yeah, so I do poetry. And, you just inspired me to do a poem. My name is Kiraj. He was like, well, who the fuck is Maya? Because...
not the alter ego, bitch. I'm not fucking playing.
This is in a past life.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I wrote this poem at 26.
So you don't live by that now?
No, I'm abstinent now. Shit.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Why?
Because these niggas.
Yeah.
These niggas.
Ain't shit.
Child.
Fuck as you talk about. You bitches ain't shit neither. We fucking leave y'all out. Yeah. But this ain't about the women. This is about
us.
the men.
This ain't about us.
Yeah, yeah. What about them? What made you do it? What about the niggas?
Well, I actually stopped fucking because of me, right? I had gone through all of the motions of the ain't shit niggas, and then I met this guy, and he was just so awesome. And he started getting we to the I love you phase and what could we be phase, and I wasn't shit at the time.
Oh.
So I was like, damn, I need to pull myself out of the dating pool before I fuck it up to where by the time it is time for me to get my husband, I'm too far gone in the trenches doing these niggas like they do me. Yeah. So when you used to dealing with the ain't shit man, and then you become ain't shit with them, you run into the good man, you might fuck them up. So I was like, let me just, I've been in therapy, abstaining, just minding my little business because I want to get married. Yeah.
I tell people that all the time. Just make sure that you're in position to receive what you're asking for. Because if you're not, and you meet this good man and you ain't shit, you ain't going to do shit but destroy him.
Destroy him.
You're going to fucking destroy him. But I like that. Let's get the fucking out the way. I think I like that.
It worked out for me every time. I've never regretted it.
Yeah. I like that. That's some shit I definitely I think I do. I've done for sure because I don't have time, and I with you. Like I'd rather give you this pussy than give you this heart.
That's a line in the poem.
That's where I got it from, bitch. From you.
I'm trying to tell you.
Nah, that's true though. But do you think that a lot of women can fuck without emotions?
Absolutely not.
Really?
What I tell my audience is, I'm not encouraging you to fuck on the first date. I'm not encouraging you to fuck without emotion. I'm encouraging you to be you in your truest form. Because the shit that I might be able to do and get away with might have you up at night crying. I might go fuck 5 niggas and have a blast and write a poem and be laughing about it. And you might go fuck one wrong nigga and be crying for 6 months straight. So it's like, don't do what I do. Do what it is ever in your nature to do. I'm not encouraging you to be a hoe if you a good girl. I'm not encouraging you to abstain if you know that you need to be outside hoeing. You got to really know yourself before you listen to public figures.
That's right.
Because the shit that I might be able to do and live with might destroy you. So most women can't do it. Don't step in these waters if you can't swim, love.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Because I had a sex partner for 9 months, and it was no emotions connected to it. Because I was able to understand that this man ain't shit past dick for me.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna leave you where you at. At the end of the day, like I think that you look good. I think that you just don't have the qualities that I seek in a man, but I'm gonna use you because I like what you got going on. I don't like you past this room though. Like when we get here every Thursday at 8 a.m. I just need you to be busy, be available, bitch. I don't give. 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Whenever I need you. I don't give a fuck about how your mama doing, your kids doing, your daddy doing, your auntie that's dying, your kids. Nobody. You free? Absolutely. Like I can, but people don't believe that you can do that, and I'm like,
I've operated in the same way though because I've never tied sex to emotion.
See, and I
have never had zero emotions for a man, then had sex with him and then started catching feelings.
And that's why I think a lot of women fuck up.
Exactly.
Like, especially when men make it very known. Not only just make it known verbally, but the actions kind of show with it, kind of go with the verbiage, because you got a lot of men who will tell you, this is what I don't want. I'm not interested in a relationship, but they'll treat you like their girlfriend, so it'll kind of blur the lines a little bit. Like, be honest with me. So if you want to fuck me, don't treat me like your girl. Like, just don't. Because I just feel like, because then you're going to confuse the thing.
Sometimes we sell ourselves the dream. Sometimes a man is just being nice to you and treating you decent like a human being. He ain't treating you like a sex object.
Now, I'm not saying treat me like no hoe. Right. Fuck no.
But the thing about it is, it's not just women who get confused by that. Because my problem has been, because I don't tie sex to emotion, the men that I sleep with just automatically assume like we're going to grow into more. And I'm like, you knew what it was when you got here.
Yeah. And
like,
I made it very clear.
I've been very clear that I'm a horrible person.
Clearly. Hello?
If you signed up for the game, you be ready to be played. But
that's on you.
That's on you. Yeah. So it's not just women. It's people selling ourselves this dream that sex is going to change something.
Yeah. And I think that if people really live in their reality and not be led by their imagination, if they stay grounded in that reality, it is what it look like, bitch. Be real with yourself. I think a lot of women don't be being real with themselves. Bookie, it is what it look like. That nigga you just here for a good time, not for a long time. Take it for face value. A lot of these bitches get a little bit of dick and get to acting up.
I don't even date men past 90 days. My past self.
Okay.
Before I was abstaining, I would not see a man past 90 days. We do our 90 days. We experience each other. And then from there, I decide either our time has an expiration date or, on to the next man. You can't be my man. You my muse.
Oh, come on, guys.
You're here for me to write about, essentially. And if you're with that, then be with that. But then don't get with me and then expect anything to be different. But this is why I'm in therapy now.
Period, nigga. I'm just here to get this dick. That's it. I don't want nothing else for you.
I'm changing.
Shout out to you for that, because bitch. Listen, do you think men can fuck without emotions?
Yeah.
all the time.
I think that men can fuck without emotions with a woman that they don't value beyond her body. But because I have the characteristics in a woman that most men deem wifey material, they automatically assume, oh, this is what you have to bring to the table.
Yeah.
But then when I explain, even if I have this package on the table, it's not available for you to take on the table. I could have all the wifey qualities you want. I'm never going to be that for you.
Yeah.
So treat me like you would treat these girls that don't got nothing going on up here. Because us conscious girls and us earthy girls might just want some dick too.
Yeah.
But they look at us and think like, oh, this is a potential wife. I'm not your wife though.
Hi, because we're not compatible, sir.
Hello. But
and that's just that on that.
My former self.
Yeah, that's me now. Fuck all that. That is me. Like it is. That's just what it is. Yeah. Yeah. I've never dated a man. I've never fucked a man who was able to
separate the two.
No. Who fucked with emotions? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've only had like 2 real relationships in my whole entire life with the men.
I've been on a journey to find a man who could fuck without emotions. I've never been able to have a fuck buddy because of that reason of, you know, you're such a cool girl and I'm just like.
See, my problem that I experience with a lot of men is that I'm so cool and I'm so down to earth and I create this safe space for a lot of men to be transparent and to be vulnerable and to just be open and talk about any and everything to the point that they start to friend zone me.
Oh, that's happened to me too.
Yeah, and that becomes a problem for me because it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. You want a woman and you want a best friend. I'm here to show you that I can give you all of that, but then you friend zone me and you don't see me and I'm over here like, hey, hello, I'm right here. I'm hearing you crying. I'm hearing you complaining. I'm hearing you talk about how you want this type of woman or how I am. You know, you're such a good woman. You so this and you deserve that. I'm right here. How am I being overlooked? But I think that when I create a space for a man to be that way, he automatically tends to friend zone me.
Well, that's because men don't want to fuck up the qualities that they can't easily find again. So if you have something that I can't find in all these women, I might need to value that and keep this with me instead of just putting you in a position because I'm rotating through girlfriends. I'm rotating through girlfriends. These girlfriends are coming and going, but what we have here, I need to hang on to. And I can relate to that as someone who has experienced that. I often say, the person who gets the most of your vulnerability often gets the least of your love.
Yeah.
The person that you call in to cry with is not the person that you think of when you want to cuddle all the time.
Yeah.
So they don't want to ruin what they have with you or me. So they keep you there and rotate everyone else.
And I hate that because it's like, I'm good enough for you at your convenience when you need me in that capacity, but you won't see me past this friend space. But then if I don't create a friend, like that friend environment, that safe space for you, I am overlooked. I had a guy tell me, somebody from years ago, he used to be like, Donnii, I think like you are a great girl. Like, and I really wish, you know, that here come the bullshit. You're such a great girl. That bullshit. You know, you're such a good girl and, you know, I really like you. You have a lot of great qualities, but I just know that I'm not going to be good. Like I'm not good enough.
Up.
I can't, and I'm not just good enough for you. And I'm still trying to work on myself. And it makes me, in the moment, it makes me feel good because it's like, okay, at least you know that you're not the man for me because of the caliber and the quality of woman that I am. That's great. But what's hurtful is that you do yourself a disservice by downgrading by dating a bitch that you can run over, that you can manipulate, but you want to lead with the fact that the reason why you can't be with me is because I'm too good of a woman for you. No, I think a lot of men sell themselves short when they do such a fucking major disservice when they do that.
Absolutely.
It's such a major disservice because how does that sound? You're such a good woman. You're everything that I need. I mean, and I just don't want to fuck you over. But then you go date somebody that you can fuck over.
So you know the saying that says, if you like a flower, you pick it, but if you love it, you water it daily. I wrote a poem called The Flowers That Are Loved Never Get Picked. Because if somebody loves you, they know that they can't pick you because they're going to kill you. So they just stay there and they water you. But what that does to the flower is you feel unloved and you feel unchosen and you feel overlooked. It does not mean that you're not as valuable as the flowers that are picked. It just means that you're loved more, unfortunately, in those situations. I've been in that situation so many times.
Girl, ooh. But my thing is this, though. Why you come and shake up my world? Why you even come and bother? Like, what's the point? Like, what is the point of you being here? Like, if you know that all you want to do is this, like what is the point of even allowing yourself to just start to like me or me liking you, and you know you ain't gonna be able to show up for me in that capacity?
What I found is a lot of men do not love themselves as much as they perceive that they do.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I'm toxic, Kira, and I'm fuck these niggas and I'm just going to run over them like they doing us, they gravitate to me.
Yes.
They love that energy
agree.
when I'm treating you horribly, but when I'm loving, when I am nurturing, when I am pouring, when I'm showing you that you the king and the God and all of these things, you the homie.
Yeah.
But when I'm treating you bad, you love me. So it's like y'all don't love the good treatment.
Yeah.
They hate it's the same way men say about us. Oh, you like the bad boy. It's like we gotta love ourselves enough to know that we deserve that.
Oh yeah.
We deserve someone who's treating us good.
Absolutely. And I would tell him that as well. Like you can't, there's no way that you love you. It's just no way fucking possible. That shit is insane.
I remember
to me.
There was a man that I was dating and he was choosing between me and another woman, and he chose the one that was treating him horribly. She's doing him bad. And I said, if you're going to leave me, don't leave me for less. If you're going to leave me for someone else, please make sure that she's loving you to the caliber that I have. Do not leave me to go and get treated like shit. Why do you think you deserve that? Not even on some pick me shit. Because pick her by all means. Go with your dream girl.
Absolutely.
My husband is never going to settle for me. Once you tell me that you're in between, please pick her. But I just feel like y'all always pick someone who's never going to love you as much as that person that you're overlooking, because a piece of you does not believe that you are worthy of that love.
Yeah. I do also believe, like, it's because I've experienced that as well. It's like when I speak to you such like show for him in a very much so gentle tone, and I'm talking to him gentle, he don't know how to receive that. But see, when I yell and I treat you like shit, you know how to receive that. But that's toxicity. So when you go back and you look and you see who he's dating, you're looking at her and then you realizing like these motherfuckers are trauma bonded. And I don't think people know how real that is. Like, I just be looking at some of these people that are in these relationships, and I just, especially people that I know personally, I'm like, it's just insane how y'all just so trauma bonded.
And then you ask the question, would you be with this person at your healthiest self? Does your higher self speak to that person next to you, or is it your lower self that is attached to them through pain?
Yeah. And I think that some people be so attached to the old version of them, they don't even allow themselves to see to get out of that. And then they leave with this is just the way I am, as if somebody got to take you at that capacity. So just like you believe that that's just the way you are, I don't have to deal with that.
Absolutely.
Like, please go heal before you go shaking up everybody's fucking world.
We be thinking we need a new relationship, and the whole time we need therapy.
Absolutely.
So
for sure.
My latest project, I collaborated with 8 therapists because I don't want to just be chatting no more about the things that we need to get through with men. I want to lead people to talk to the lady. We have to go talk to the lady.
Yeah, and I think that if a lot of people, men and women, if we do the unpacking, and I think that that's what people are so afraid of, is sitting and doing the unpacking, because now you have to hold yourself accountable. You really got to sit there. And a lot of us have taken the Band-Aid off that wound that hasn't quite healed. And you walking around expecting everybody else to heal it, sir, ma'am. You have to really sit in the mirror. It gets dark. It gets ugly. It gets scary. That shit gets low. But it's some greatness that come out of that shit if you just be patient. And people just so scared to see, like, because they so attached to the old version of them, don't even allow themselves enough grace to be like,
got a whole space for your evolution.
Yeah.
I always say I pause all the self-love and focus on the self-exploration. Because the problem with screaming how much you love yourself is you change. The new versions of you ain't getting a love. Because the things that you're saying that you love about yourself are parts of you that you have outgrown. I used to love toxic Kara, right? Oh, I love this. I'm ratchet. I'm funny. I'm this and that. And then as I start evolving, the evolved version of me feels left out of that love because the things that I'm screaming about loving are no longer in resonation with who I am. So pause all of that. Oh, love yourself, this and that, and just focus on exploring yourself and finding yourself. You know, just figure out who you are and love you through all seasons. That's the only way to do it.
So what are your thoughts on love?
I love love.
Yeah.
I believe that to love is powerful, but to be loved is life-changing. Yeah. Because I have loved, right? And it just comes so natural for me. I have such a big heart, and I love the feeling of loving on people. But that feeling of allowing people to love me back, that's the thing that I'm in the season of receiving all my love back, because I've always loved. I'm in the season of allowing people to come in and love me the way that I've loved others for so long. So love is amazing.
Do you think that you're guarded?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I pray. So the guard that I have is through God. You got to go through God to get to me. So
hello?
If I have any guard, you just got to pray to get to me. If you want to get to me, pray to God for me and I'm be there. But coming up to me, I'm not of this world right now. So that's where the guard is.
So you're not dating?
No.
You don't even date?
I don't even date.
Yeah, me neither.
It's been I told myself I'm gonna give it a year. And it's been like over 6 months now.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say I'm not interested fully. I'm not interested in dating right now. Honestly,
I don't want to say it,
because it's just I don't know. I think that sometimes like I'm just too much. I think a lot of men love the idea of dating me. Yeah, I think that they love the idea, but having to actually show up the way in the capacity that I need you to, nah, it's grand opening, grand fucking closing real quick. It be super quick, and it's like, how do you, especially people who slide in my DM, because 9 times out of 10 it starts on social media. So it's like, it's no way you scanned my page and came to me like that. Sir, it's no way you thought that. I think that you love the idea of what Donnii can be, or the access, or having a little bit of access to me, so that you can say that, oh, I know Donnii, I'm affiliated with her, or whatever the case may be. But I think a lot of men love the idea of me. I don't
want you to say that you're too much.
Yeah.
You're too much for them.
Oh, hello?
They're not enough for you.
Yeah.
Change the language of it, because when it's your man, I always say, I don't want a husband, I want my husband.
Yeah.
And everything that I am is just enough for him.
And I'm not for everybody.
Not for everybody, and that's
I'm
the
not
thing.
for everybody. And I'm okay with that. I've learned over the course of just the healing journey and going to therapy and doing the work, is just that I would internalize how other people can't show up for me, and like make it about me and make it super personal. Like, damn, what am I doing, and why am I not being chosen? And like, what's going on? I'm doing the therapy, I'm doing the healing, I'm doing the work, I'm doing everything that I need to do. What is it? Sometimes I had to realize it ain't you. It's not always you.
I just tweeted last week about a war against alignment. We think that everything is supposed to be for us. When we fall out with a friend, when we break up with a partner, when we get rid of a job, we often feel like it's something that we did wrong that could have affected that. But as you heal, you fall more into alignment with your people. So
come on now.
It ends with everybody until the person it doesn't end with. So every relationship has to be a breakup until your husband. That's it.
Absolutely.
You just have to accept that. So every time I'm going through a season where I thought it could have been more, or I hoped it could have been that, I'm going, okay, if it's not that, then it's not you. Yeah. That's okay. Thank you for coming. It ends with everybody until the person it doesn't end with. My husband is my forever.
Absolutely.
So anything in between that is the experiences that lead us there. And then when you operate from that place, you can never internalize not being chosen, because think about all the men you didn't choose. Think about all the men that came through for your experience, girl, to feel like, damn, why wasn't it me for her? Was I not enough?
Listen, you know what's fucking crazy? Recently, I went somewhere and I seen somebody from my past. We started out as best friends years ago. When I met him, like, we connected and clicked so well. I've known him now 15 years. We connected. That was my dog. Like, I really looked at him we didn't get intimate for the first 8 years because we were so fucking cool. Like, I looked at him as if he was this was my best friend. All along, I never knew that he looked at me more than that. We ended up becoming intimate. It was good. Every time we fucked, it was such a good fucking time. And over the past year, because we've always stayed in touch, over the past year, he started to become a lot distant. And recently, somebody close to me, my stepfather passed away, and I seen him the other day, and we were talking via text message. Then I realized, like, damn, the text message was good. Everything was fine. He was telling me how he's going through a lot of things as well, and da-da-da-da. And then instantly I was blocked. I thought it was weird. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I blocked? Like, this is weird, because this is like the second or third time you've done this within the year. And I'm like, maybe he just, I don't fucking know. But, and I knew, after, he ended up telling me how much he liked me. But I never looked at him in that way. I seen him and I was like, what's up? Wait, what's up with your phone, bro? I tried to call you. You ain't answer the phone. He was like, let me holler at you for a minute. I'm going to be really honest with you. And then when I tell you, first of all, some of the realest shit I ever heard from a man, and that shit hurt me. It didn't hurt me, but it stung, because he was being so fucking real. I was like, what's up? We had a good conversation. Why you block me? What we do? It was a vibe. He was like, I got to protect me. You never saw me in that light that I wanted you to see me in. Like, who the fuck do you know that's close to you like I am, who know all your business, who know everything about your child, who know everything about your family, who has been around, who has been there for you through your trying times, and you never see me like that? And I was like, I always thought that we were on the same wavelength. Like I thought that, and that's like he would invite me over, but because I knew he wanted more, I would decline it. He felt rejected. So he was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta choose my peace of mind over me. It's hurting me being cool with you on that level because I want more from you than what you want. You never looked at me like that. And I'm like, damn, now I have to walk around. I had to bite the bullet because I lost somebody who was close to me because he had to choose his peace of mind and protect his heart. Because he like, damn, Donnii, like, how you don't see me like this? And I'm like, I never thought that like that's what it was. I thought that we were always cool. I ain't know. He like, how the fuck you ain't see it? But it's kind of like, because I've been on the other end of that with somebody that I really, really, really liked. I liked them a whole fucking lot. And we first started out as a thing. Something happened with his baby mother. His baby mother came in and fucked all of that up. And I still made myself available to him because I wanted him to fucking see me. I'm like, hi. Do you see me? I'm here. I'm there with you. I'm coaching you through a lot of shit. I'm listening to you cry and you still not fucking picking me. But every time I will always be there for him. But on the other end of the phone is killing me. It's eating me up a fucking life to hear you talk about how these women doing you, how you do so much for women and you're not receiving it. It's not being reciprocated for you. Not understanding that I'm doing some self-sabotaging shit because I'm inserting myself in that man's life in hopes that he gonna see me. He not. So I understood what my homie was saying to me the other day, like, yo, I had to choose me. And for a minute I was like, damn, that y'all like fucked up. Because now I have to lose a friend because he looked at me like how I looked at old boy, like I'm right here. You saying that you need this? I'm here with you. I'm hearing you cry and talk about how these niggas ain't treating you right, and you still, and I'm showing you, and you still not treating me like that. Like you don't see me, but and I get it, and I understand. Sometimes you gotta remove yourself, but to go back to what you're saying about how sometimes we feel like we have to revisit shit. I tell people one thing about God is that He don't remove without replacing, and sometimes when you walking into these new seasons in your life, especially when you're praying for transparency, when you're asking God to show up and show you these things, you got to be able to receive them. The next season He's taking you to in your life, bruh probably couldn't go with me. Or maybe the next season that God is taking him, I couldn't go with him. So I tried to, I was like, all right, Donnii, take it for face value. Take it as a lesson learned. Maybe in your season that you're going, because God is blessing me, he can't go. And it's just what it is. Everybody can't go with you and you can't go with everybody and you can't always internalize it. I've just learned to just like not internalize it. Because me, bitch, I'll sit at home and I'll be like, damn, like what the fuck? Or I feel like I got to have a conversation like with my friends, like, or people that's just I've been cool with and we're no longer cool. And it's just crazy how we're just not cool. And I'm just like, damn, maybe the place that God has destined for you, He know that these people going to throw a monkey wrench in your shit. Or make you deviate from what I need you to focus on. Or you can't go.
One thing that I've learned of love is to not love with possession. So he just had to learn how to love you and release you, which he did. Yeah. I love you too much and you don't love me back the same way. So I release you so I don't come through and hinder anything that you could have with another man. Or you don't stay here and hinder anything that I could have with another woman. I remember the last time I prayed for my husband, right? Because I pray to him and write letters to him like I know him. And I was praying to God and I was like, just show me when he coming or what he gonna look like. And God said, I will tell you nothing of your husband, but he's sure. I won't tell you what he looks like. I won't tell you how he makes you feel. I won't tell you if you know him already. All I can tell you is that the people that you are questioning, does this guy like me, is not what I sent for you. And I'm like, I'm looking at these love stories and I'm looking at the people that have been together for 20 years. And he's like, that's the love story that I have for them. Some people might have to go through this and that trial in their relationship. Yeah. That shit is not in your love story. Your husband is going to meet you and know. Your husband is sure about you from day one. So the people that you have to convince to love you are not the people that are meant to love you, because what I have for you comes with surety. So that's a lesson that I would have told your homeboy. You're trying to convince me to love you, but the woman that is meant to love you is sure, and I'm not sure, so I'm not for you. Yeah, and you can't force that love out of me. I broke up with a man who was amazing to me one time, and everybody was like, y'all had such a beautiful situation, why did you walk away? I said, just because he's a good man doesn't mean he's my man. Hello? I tried to tell people that about my ex. Everything I think that's good ain't right. We have to and have everything that glitter ain't fucking compatibility. We're not compatible. Oh my God. I tried to tell somebody that about my ex. They're like, he's such a great guy. He is an amazing guy.
he's just not for me. Do I fuck with him? I think that he is a great guy. He's just somebody that I got to keep in my back pocket to network with. We're just not compatible. And if I have to tweak or ever question my non-negotiables that you just not fucking meeting, sir, we're just not compatible. I am not. It's a non-negotiable for a fucking reason. Like, it's either you fall in line or you get out. It's real simple. But I've been in that space too before, where I have, been with somebody and we weren't compatible because I fell in love with all the things that I did love. I allowed the things that I loved about him to overshadow the things that were important to me, because I had never received that from a man before. The things that he would do for me, oh my God, people would be like, because he plays value on those things that he would do for me. So he thought it was so minute. It was so minuscule. It was really, really small. Like the chivalry. I felt like, people think, okay, it's chivalry, bitch. Everybody, no, just the shit that this man would do. I ain't never have a man sit on the phone and fucking pray for me. Can I pray for you? I never had a man ever tell me, I see some shit you doing, and I know the people in the rooms that I could put you in. I'm going to get you a flight because 19 Keys going to be in the building. And I know you can learn from him. You got Zoom? I'm going to send you the link because I want you to just be tapped in, even if you just listening. I never had that. I felt like only a man who loves me would do that for me. I allow all of that to overshadow the things that were important to me. When he couldn't show up for me, I wanted to hate him. And when all reality, he never was that man. And I will always, every time that I would complain about, you're not this, you're not affectionate with me, you're not this outwardly expressive, emotional man that I need, because I want to talk to you. I want to talk about how your day is going. I want to talk about when you're having some hardships. I want to go deep with you when you feeling fucking low. He ain't never was that. He was never that. But I allow all of that shit to overshadow those things that were important. So here we are, 6 months in a relationship with a man that I'm not even compatible with. I should have kept him in my back pocket. But then here we are, 6 months, I'm in love. And then when I asked him to do these things for me, he felt like it was change. To me, I thought it was compromise. All I need you to do, because if you were able to show me all of these things in the beginning and help put me in position, and you love me, then you were compromised. Until a nigga told me one day on the phone, he said, you know what? I felt like the love that you had for me had changed. It felt so good in the beginning because I showed up as myself. Here we are 6 months later, and you telling me that you needed this. I ain't never show you that. I had to take that shit like, damn, bitch, he ain't never showed you that.
He never showed me that.
So you complaining to him, telling him that he not compromising. Sweetie, you're trying to change somebody who ain't never been something. So if I show up as the raw version of me and you accept me, and I ain't got to do nothing, I ain't got to tweak nothing, and you tell me 6, 9 months down the line, you need this, that, and the third, I'm going to look at it as if it's changed, because it's no gray. You want me to go from black to white. It looked different for me. I had to sit back and just realize and take the L. Like, Donnii, you ain't even, you shouldn't have never been with him.
The lesson I got from hearing you talk about that relationship is that you wasn't loving from abundance. Because I constantly heard you say, well, I never had a man do this. And I never had a man do that. So when you got it for the first time, you felt like you needed to hold on to it because you might have thought that you wouldn't get it again.
Yes.
So the way I love now is when I did stop dating, I poured into my platonic intimacy with men so that my male friends can come and show me all the love, that I know that if a man comes and do it, it ain't the first time I got it done for me.
Come on,
the first time that a man pours into me won't be the nigga that's fucking me. It won't be the nigga that's taking me on dates. It's the nigga that I'm calling at 1 a.m. to come get me because I'm unsafe somewhere. It's the person that I'm calling because I'm crying because I'm sad about this next situation. Yeah. So when you have male friends that love on you strictly platonically, they set a standard for the way other men are supposed to love you. They set a standard for the way that you expect the men to show up for you. So that when you're dating, you're never going to be able to say, oh, he bought a flight and he did this and he did that. Because a man you're fucking is never going to be the first one to do that. The way these men show up for me, that when a man comes to me, I'm like, I ain't impressed. Show me something different than what.
Yes, thank you.
Show me something different than what my guys is showing me.
Because he definitely set the tone.
He set the tone.
But
the thing is that when we get the tone set for us romantically, we automatically associate it with commitment. And we think that if you're showing up for me in this capacity, then you're ready to commit to me. And that just might be how he love. That just might be his love language, showing up for you. And it's so serious for you because you had never been loved in abundance that way.
Oh my God.
Now, because you've experienced it.
Listen, you got to come. You got to come. You got to come.
You got to come. And I was blessed enough that the first time that I experienced deep love has always been platonic, so that when men come through with the flowers and the conversation, I'm like, that's cool.
That's it.
But I know how it feels to be loved by a man,
absolutely.
for real.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I appreciate that. He definitely set the tone 100% as to what my expectations in a person is. And he just kind of like showed me a lot about myself. Like, I think that, and Maui talked about this too on one of her podcasts. I think it's just simply really taking your time to really get to know a person. Like really, really, really doing the work, taking the time to get to know, because then you realize that people that you fall for, you really not compatible with. Mm-hmm. And y'all not having compatibilities and isn't always a negative or a bad thing. Mm-hmm. You're just not compatible with this person, and that's okay. But take the time and really, really, really get to know a person.
And then when we speak about compatibility, we need to also be mindful of the season that we're compatible with them in. Because there are times where you're compatible with somebody at a version of yourself that might change in a few months.
But you gotta be willing to change.
Me 6 months ago was crazy compatible with you.
Hello?
As a friend, as a business person, as a partner. I was compatible with you, but the compatibility can change as I change. So that's where we grow together. And if we can't grow together, then we grow apart, and that is okay.
And you got to be willing to, like you said, you got to be willing to grow with me and accept me, not under those conditions, but unconditionally, because the version that you meet me in today, that's not going to be the same version of me. Are you really willing to like, to really rock with me?
What version are we compatible with each other? Are our higher selves compatible together? Are our lower selves compatible together? Are our present selves compatible together? And if we can't have those conversations, then we're just staying stuck in this limbo of saying we like each other, but we can't grow. How are we supposed to grow if we don't know if our future selves will get there? And then we get there, we realize, like, I never use the term outgrow, right? Because I don't believe that one person stays so small and one person gets so bigger. I don't say outgrow, I say grow apart. Because they grew there. And you grew there. Yeah. So we just grew apart from each other.
Yeah. Damn, that was deep. Do you believe everybody cheats?
No, I've never cheated.
Really?
I don't believe in it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've cheated. I know I have. No, not sexually.
But the reason why I've never cheated is because I don't have a problem with leaving relationships.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like the people that cheat are the people that don't just break up. And it's so simple for me to just walk away from someone that if I feel like I have to cheat on you, I will leave you.
Yes.
It's so easy for me to just walk away from you. I've never had to cheat, because if you push me to that point of looking at somebody that's getting my attention, that means you ain't on your job.
High.
Because when I'm in love,
nobody can't get in this box. I be trying to tell people that all the time. Baby, I don't give a fuck. You could be finer than my man. You can have listen, baby, I don't need you. I can't even see you, Bookie.
I got a one-track mind when I'm in love.
And that's it. Can't nobody get in this box.
I've never
this
cheated.
About me. This about me and my man. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I've cheated. It depends on what a person considers cheating. Because there's levels to cheating. Some people say, if you fuck somebody, that's cheating. But I feel like it's a lot to go behind that falls up under the umbrella of cheating.
The flirting.
I always
say there's violation and then there's cheating. The violations lead up to the
cheating.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you might have violated, but if you ain't passed the pussy out, you ain't cheat.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that for men, unhappy men cheat?
Yeah. I believe happy men cheat.
Not unhappy. Do you think happy men cheat?
Yeah.
I do agree.
I believe that the problem with men who cheat is you got to realize we're just coming into the time where we're the first generation of women who's not really going for that shit.
Yeah.
And our grandmas and them who were staying through it, and this is just what men do. We walking away from our relationships, our marriages, and everything because we're just not going for that shit.
Yeah.
So they're having to evolve with the new standard that women have now set. So maybe the next generation of men won't think cheating is so regular because it's not something that we're just excusing anymore as part of what men do. We're holding men accountable to treat us like decent human beings now.
Absolutely.
So they have to come correct and not just do it because it's in their nature.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's necessarily a matter of happy or unhappy, but it's a matter of evolved to unhealed man. And as a man evolves, he levels up and realizes the way you got to move different with a queen.
So why do you think happy men cheat?
I believe that everything we do is a product of what we've been taught is okay. I think that the men who cheat are the ones who felt like society is going to excuse it. This is what men do. And the men who don't cheat, because I know a lot of men who don't cheat, they were raised to value love in a different way. We have to teach these things. So if you coming from a background that's telling you it's cool and this is just your right as your birthright as a man and fuck all the bitches and all of that, then there's going to be natural for you to do that. But if you're coming from that, I was raised this way and that's just not in me to move like that, then that's just not in you to move like that. It's what you're taught that's making you think it's
You
cool.
really think it's what they're taught? Because I know men who were raised with both parents married.
That don't mean they was taught proper.
You're right.
I'm talking about character.
You're right.
I'm talking about if you instill something in your child that is against their character. Like my daddy always taught me about ethics and morals and codes and stuff. So it's just certain things as a 32-year-old woman I'm not going for. I'm just not going to do because I was trained up to move ethically. Whether nobody's watching, that's instilled in me. If we had young boys sat down from young teaching them that this is the emotional damage that this and that causes, then it would be a whole different conversation around it. But society teaches men about cheating. Society excuses it. Society puts it in the movies and the songs and makes them think it's cool.
But see, that's when I know at that point your moral compass is not set up right. Because no matter what the fuck you see that society is teaching you at this big ass age, morally certain shit you should just know not to fucking do. Just period.
And unfortunately, it's like by the time that most men get out of the cheating era of their lives, they have left a trail of damaged women. So it's like homeboy today probably you'll never cheat on a woman again, but you're still labeled a cheater because you've been cheating for 30 years. Yeah. You've been cheating for 30 years.
Do you think, like, why do you think so many people who are in relationships because they're trauma bonded?
Yeah, it could be trauma bond and it could be fear. Yeah, I got into a relationship last year just out of sheer loneliness. I was so lonely. All my friends were busy. It was winter. It was cold, and I knew like I ain't had no business being with this person. But I was tired of being by myself. Yeah, I told myself I would stay lonely because you do an intentional loneliness when you want to save up for something. I don't want to just run through these men. I want to stay single and find my person. But I got so lonely to the point that I was just like, I just want somebody to text like everybody else. I want somebody to lay with. A lot of people was together with somebody because they scared to be by themselves.
Absolutely. And a lot of people they want to fill that space of loneliness and emptiness with a human, and they end up fucking settling every single fucking time. They used to be me. That's a lot.
I said
like,
you gotta love from abundance. Yeah. If you love from abundance, the season that I'm in now tells me that I'm okay with being by myself until I have the proper company to come join me. Yeah. Because when I'm dating from the place of I really want someone because I'm lonely versus I really want someone because I'm a better version of me and I deserve to have someone on me with this journey. Yeah. So lonely people should not be dating.
Absolutely. Because then you do yourself a major fucking disservice.
The food that you pick when you starving versus the food that you pick when you satisfied. When you starving, you gonna take anything.
Bitch, I need a bit.
You gonna take anything. Damn it. You gonna take shit. You gonna eat gas station chicken wings.
Bitch, hello.
You gonna eat you gonna eat a milkshake from a food truck in the desert. Bitch. When you starving, you will take anything to quench your thirst. So you gotta make sure that you're keeping yourself fed and your soul fed and with your own company, that by the time you are on the dating market, you're coming through with the abundance of I would like you, but I don't need you.
Hi.
I would love it. I would love it if you came, but I'm okay if you don't.
And hello. And I'm at peace with that. I'm okay.
I'm at peace with that. I used to date from so much desperation. Ooh. So much desperation, please. Yes. And then one of my male friends, he was like, men can smell that.
Oh my God.
They can smell the desperation. And he told me, he said, the reason why you're not finding the man that you want is because anybody can be that man. It's nothing special about the man that you're saying that you want. He said, it's nothing special about the man that you're saying that you want. Why is a man going to feel like he's special enough for you if he knows that you're just online every day saying, I want a man, I want a man. That can be anybody.
And accepting the fucking bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
The bare fucking minimum. And I don't think people understand. Again, you do yourself a major disservice by doing that too, because you're accepting the bare minimum, but you got these high fucking expectations. Sir, he had to do nothing. Barely nothing.
None.
To get you.
Nothing at all.
So if you treat yourself like bare minimum, you're going to receive that shit. I treat myself very motherfucking fine. This is fine China.
Period.
Baby. Fall in line or get out. Listen, because it could be grand opening, grand fucking closing real quick. It is. Listen, I don't have time. But listen, the way I do it, I make it very known. Like, listen, this is what it is that I want. I no longer care to give the blueprint on my love and what I want, because I used to do that, and then I would realize that it's crazy how you was like this in the beginning, and here we go 3 months later, and you not that man no more. So I've learned to do during my dating process is enjoy people in the moment, because sometimes you guys are just not compatible, but not give the blueprint. It's okay to say, hey, I'm dating with a purpose. You know what I mean? I'm intentional with my dating, and I'm looking for a life partner. But I realized that once I start talking about all of my love language, what I want from a man, exactly all the little nitty gritty things, these people tend to conform to that. But it ain't really who the fuck they are. But that's where it comes in. If you really take your time, like I say, to get to really know a person, don't say anything. If you like affection and a man is affectionate, he's going to lean in. He's going to touch you. He's going to rub you. He's going to link arms with you. He's going to hold your hands. But when you start giving people too much sauce, you giving them the remedies to everything, it's like he gonna end up conforming into that.
What you want.
Into what you want.
Who he is.
And just allow people to show you them.
I want a love of alignment. Be who you are. I'm going to be who I am. And if we come together and we align, and we're good. But if I have to tweak you and make you this and that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I got to change too much of myself to be with you.
Yeah.
Then it ain't meant for us to be together. And that's okay. You find your person. I find my person. I'm in my own alignment with the season that I'm in. Yeah. And I also want a love that is God-led. Because a lot of people think that marriage is about love, right? We got I love you too, let's get married. And they don't even pray together.
Ooh.
Got husbands and wives not even getting on their knees or getting to the real work of it all. So because I am so grounded in my foundation with God that I ain't got to teach you how to love me, how you pray. Let me see what your foundation is like. Do you even pray? I want to watch how you eat food to see if you finna take a bite before you take the one for your meal. So and when you find a man that's that rooted in that system, you ain't got to teach him shit. God gonna show him everything of how to love you. Because the man that is praying for you as a wife is getting a direction from him how to love you. I don't have to teach you how to love me. God is gonna bring us together, and that's gonna teach us how to love each other.
Absolutely. Girl, you better stop talking that shit like that on this thing, child. Jesus. So what's one of the realest things a man has ever told you? About yourself in a negative way.
Oh, in a negative way?
Yeah.
Oh, all my exes have said the same thing.
Bitch, damn.
They had a whole spiel, and I was like, okay, so I can't go against this. All you niggas is just gonna get together, and I'm controlling.
I hear that too.
Not in a way of
where you at, what you're doing, how you to get over here,
but in a way of I want the love to look like this, so I'm gonna manipulate the situation so it can be like that.
Do y'all see what accountability look like?
Yeah. I say I am because that's the past version of me, but I am no longer that way.
Yeah.
But when I was dating, I was so manipulative in the puppet master of.
Yeah.
Men used to think, oh my God, Kira is so loving. And I'm like, while I am loving, a lot of the things that I'm doing for you is to increase your affection for me. Once I start doing shit from you and it ain't coming from the heart and it's just coming from did you like that thing I did? Yeah. You like me more now, right? That type of shit, then it's like, all right, Kara, you got to pull back because you're not being yourself. You're being a puppet master. And it's a little bit narcissistic when you start trying to make people behave in the way that you want them to. And then you throw it in their face and go, well, I did this. Why aren't you doing that? You're not going with the roles. Men have told me because I am a creative, I write out storylines. I'm an author. I got 5 books. So because I write out these storylines in my books, you expect me to behave like a character. I had a man one time tell me, our shit was never going to work because you came into the relationship and with the plan for it, and we didn't even know each other.
This bitch had it all. We gonna get married.
You was together. You had the whole lineup of how shit was gonna go with us before we even had our first date. So I could never win.
I wonder why we do that.
Because we're controlling.
Yeah, damn.
We're controlling and manipulative.
Correct.
And that makes us selfish.
Absolutely.
To not allow men to flourish and be who they are. Ayanna Van Zant said, I don't get to tell you how to love me. Ooh, I get to see how you love and choose if I want to participate. Hello? So I was never allowing men to love me. I'm like, okay, you're a character in Kara's story. Go, perform. And he's like, I don't have the script. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. What the fuck does that look like?
And then when you're an author, it's that much worse because I'm going, oh, this is going to be so good for the next book.
You know what? I'm not fucking playing.
I swear to God. And they used to feel like, are you fucking with me for content? Are you fucking with me for content? And that's when I said back earlier, you can never be my man if you're my muse. And one thing that I find, the men that I love the most, I don't write about. I experience them.
Come on now. Shit.
It's a man that I love to his bones. I don't talk about. That's personal. You gotta keep something for yourself.
Yeah.
But the rest of you niggas is content.
I be telling people all the time, do not be a story time.
Don't be a story time.
Your ass will be a story time. And they be quick to be like, don't make one of the videos. Make off this shit?
I could go spend 2 weeks with you and make $20,000 over writing about this shit. And once it gets to that point, I'm like, all right, I had to step back from being Kiraj, right? Because so much of that feeds into the toxicity of me just finding men to write about. And then I'm like, if I keep finding men to write about, who am I going to live with? Who am I going to grow old with? My husband is not on my timeline. My husband is not a piece of content. So I had to step out of my platform and just start loving men in real time in real life.
Yeah, I've heard that I'm controlling. Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, not in the sense of what you're doing, where you at, kid, get the fuck over here. Who you talking to? Who is that bitch? Just wanting things my way.
What's your sign?
And I think Libra.
Leo.
Leo is in my
Leo
is in my chart thingy. That's what my daughter said. I don't know all the shit. Fuck. But yeah, I've been told, that I'm controlling. Like it just has to be your way. And I think it's just a safety net for me.
It was,
because I had to protect myself, because I'm like, I wanted to go this way, because if I allow the grip to loosen a little bit, you gonna fuck me over.
Who sent you, nigga?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. But yeah, I've been told that too. But I've learned to just,
I've healed through that through my platonic intimacy with men as well. Because the men that I surround myself with as my friends ain't going for that shit.
Period.
I don't get to lead the way things go when I'm out with my guys. I am a girl. And as a tomboy and as a single mom, every area of my life has been very masculine led. So I surround myself with these masculine men that remind me, you're a woman. And you're going to sit here and allow us to lead you in these areas. So by the time I do run into my husband, they going to have to thank my guys, because that taught me how not to be controlling.
So I had my first guest on here. He was talking about the reason why men can't be vulnerable with women, because they're going to throw it up in their face. Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
Unfortunately, I've seen it. I've never done that in my life.
Yeah.
But because you're not the type of person to do something, you can't act as if you haven't seen other people behaving that way. Yeah. And I have checked many women this way. You can't be that way. That is a trait. That is the get back. I don't believe in certain things. I don't believe in cheating. I don't believe in belittling. I don't believe in bringing up what you've done for someone. It's just certain things that are not in my character to do. But I also could have picked up that trait from being raised with a dad and him teaching me how to love men properly, that one of the things is protecting that vulnerability, because if you lose that vulnerability, you ain't getting it back. Yeah. The minute that you throw that in their face, you're an op to them now. Yeah. I could never trust you. I could never be safe with you if you bringing up me crying or doing this and that. So women definitely have done that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think it's fucked up, because it's already hard to get a man to become emotional. So once he feels safe with you and you create that space for him to be that way, and you throw it in his fucking face, he meet women like me, and it's like he give me the hardest fucking time, because he no longer just feels comfortable with being emotional anymore.
I've been very fortunate enough I do energy work, right?
Okay.
So men just come to me and know. I've had conversations with men on our first time alone. He can cry. Because it just feels safe. I got that bosom. Yeah. I got that grandma bosom. Yeah. You know that? Come here, baby. Come here. I got the shit that make them feel like it's home.
Yeah.
So when you got that shit that feels like home, even if they wanted to treat you like, I don't know if I could trust her, they feeling like, oh, I feel so relief.
Yeah.
Men feel very relieved with me. So
same.
But women have definitely done that.
My friend called me the crying whisperer. I'm like, bitch, don't do that. Because a lot of guys, I be telling her that literally, it's been guys that I've been cool with that sat on my couch and cried. Like, what's going on? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
You're a human being at the end of the day. But it's also because we tomboys.
Yeah. I definitely got that feminine masculinity all the way. Yeah. But I think that comes from a lot of the things that I lacked, coming up, and just, granted, I grew up with my mom and my dad, and a lot of things that I just chose to settle. Yeah. Even though they weren't together.
Same.
My mom and my dad is he's always been a very active man. And of course, my mom has always
been my mom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
So
think
I
I
learned
get
my feminine qualities and shit from my dad.
I've learned the controlling piece from my mom.
I got the controlling from my mom.
I'd be like, Mom, goddamn.
My mom is a Leo too.
And my mom is a Virgo.
And she's super, this is what it is.
Yes. And I try to tell my daughter, because I started to see some controlling ways about her too when it comes to certain things. Like, relax. You ain't got to always try to run shit. This shit ain't always about you all the time. Be open. Like, you got to be open-minded sometimes. This shit ain't going to always go your way. Relax. Shit.
I find that it was easy for me to let go of my control issues the more safe and trusting environments I found myself in.
Yeah.
When I feel like I'm around people who don't know what the fuck they're doing, then I have to step in and take over. But once I start surrounding myself with men that I could kick my feet up and not watch the GPS, listen, I don't want to walk next to you. I want to walk behind you.
Hello?
Tell me where we going.
Ooh, so you don't
I
have
to be controlling. When
so
I'm
you
with
don't have an
people.
issue with submitting.
Absolutely.
Oh
not.
God. Ooh.
Absolutely not.
I can't wait.
I always say, I better not be the head of my household. My husband better tell me how shit is finna go.
Yeah.
If I have to have too much of a say and I have to set the plans for the home, then that ain't the husband for me.
So what does submitting look like to you?
Submitting looks like ultimate trust and direction.
Yeah.
Allowing someone to direct you in things that are for both of you guys' benefit. I think that it's just a level of trust. Truly,
Yeah.
When you trust someone to lead you or take you places, then you just fall back.
Yeah.
Because when we think of power couples, we think of two people walking next to each other. Submission for me looks like my husband is walking in front and I'm walking behind him. I don't want to walk next to you. You walk, I'm right behind you.
Right. And men, listen, you also have to display certain things for a woman to for you to want a woman to submit to you. You have to really display leadership roles. Like
Absolutely.
you have to be input, show that this is what worked for you, and they put you in position, and these are the great results that we got from it.
The results.
Because it's the results.
The fucking results.
Because a lot of men just be wanting bitches to submit to them just because they say, sir, you ain't never even been in position, first of all. I ain't never how the fuck am I supposed to know that shit ain't work? That shit only work for you.
I call it the big piece of chicken energy. It's the big piece of chicken energy. When you get home, your food is going to be ready because you was out handling shit all day. You getting that big piece of chicken. But if you leading me into a direction that I feel like you about to lead me into a wall, then I need to grab the wheel. I need to grab the wheel. You don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yes.
So you have to be a leader to gain submission. But I definitely believe in submission. And then you're not going to be my man if you're not a leader anyway.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, you definitely have to display those leadership roles, though. And what work for you, I got to know that shit work for you, bitch. Don't tell me about how you could help me get this. Did you do it?
Facts.
Because, bitch, we both entrepreneurs. Why the fuck you didn't apply that shit to you?
Hello.
And you talking about something you want me to... Sir, you ain't even leading by example. God damn. The fuck? I don't know. It's just...
Have you
just
all
not
type of Ponzi schemes and shit.
Exactly. Now we sitting here looking dumb as shit. Both of us. What are your thoughts on poly relationships? Poly not. Sorry. Because you can't catch me doing it.
Okay, so I'm pro.
What is that? What is that?
I'm pro poly relationships.
Oh, I thought that was some new shit. You know they got these new shit. Him, them, jet shit.
I'm pro poly relationship. Here's the thing. As a bisexual woman, I don't want to restrict you sleeping with other women because I don't want you to restrict me sleeping with other women.
Oh.
You know, how am I to tell a man you better not be talking to her when I might have Mondays when I'm off doing my own thing? So that's my take on it. I believe that a lot of bisexual people are into poly relationships, but I believe if I found the right man, then things could possibly change. But I'm pro, us having our.
So you would be okay with being in a relationship with a man and he's fucking other women?
Yeah, that type of poly. All of that 2 girlfriend shit is not going.
So you okay with, but wouldn't that be still deemed as cheating? No, that's respectful cheating.
So cheating is considered.
That's respectful cheating.
Cheating is considered whatever is out the guidelines of your relationship. If we say this is okay for us, then this is okay for us. It's only cheating if you agree to something.
Bitch, you making a lot of niggas happy. A lot of niggas finna be in your DM. They finna be like, oh, okay.
No, I'm not even dating right now.
Cool.
I'm not even dating. Don't DM me.
I might let this. But you know what's crazy is that I think it's become, sorry to cut you off, but I think it's selfish because it's a lot of men who want that but really don't want that. They okay with them fucking other women, But if you fuck another man, that shit is up shit's creek. Like, how fucking dare you?
Right. I think
You
that
know.
you just gotta know yourself. And
Yeah.
I think that the issue with the whole polygamy, polyamory conversation comes into monogamous people dating polyamorous people.
Hello?
Find your fucking
People,
tribe and leave the
stick
rest
there,
of us alone.
please.
Because you're coming through going, oh, I could never. And it's like, okay, find
Yeah.
out the values and don't date us.
Yes.
I'm not going to try to change you. I'm never going to
Yeah.
go to a monogamous person and try to get them to be on what I'm on.
Yeah.
Because I know what I believe in. So the
Yeah.
poly people need to stay with the poly people, and the monogamous people need to stay out of our dating pool. And the
Period.
poly people who believe that they want to be poly need to stop going after the girls that want to be with one person or the guy that want to
Yeah.
be with one person. We
That
need to
is
just
so
leave
true.
each other alone so the arguments won't have to keep happening.
I agree.
Because you know how
100%.
many women get with a man who's thinking he's monogamous?
Ah.
And this motherfucker poly,
Yes.
but he's trying to change you to his views, and you know you're never going to be comfortable with that.
And then when you don't fucking conform, it becomes a problem.
It becomes a problem. That's too much of a code of relationship
Yeah.
to compromise on.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know yourself well enough
Yes.
to know. But if you meet a man and he tells you, hey, I'm poly, say, okay, that's nice. We're
Nice
not
to meet you.
compatible.
We're not.
We're not
Thank
compatible.
you.
It's that simple.
It's so simple.
We don't have to make it a
People
a
make
thing.
it so. I'm about to say people make it so fucking difficult.
difficult.
Like I agree. A whole in
We just need
totality.
to.
Yeah.
I'm over here with it. You over here with it,
And that's just that. Yeah, I think a lot of men who really into, like you said, the poly stuff really be going after women who are
monogamous.
And it's
Leave her alone.
but that's okay if that's who you are. Just I think that where a lot of men and a lot of people get shit fucked up is that they don't know how to be real with themselves.
Absolutely.
Just be fucking real with
And
you.
women
if you
too.
know women too.
Women will say yes to the polyamorous lifestyle,
Knowing
and then
that ain't what
3
the
months
fuck-
in,
Want
you
this nigga to
rolling your
change.
eyes and cause he's this and that, and it's like you
You
what
knew
he
that.
was when you got
You knew
here.
that.
You knew what you signed up for, so why did you sign up for
You want me
something
to
that
tell
you're
you
not
why?
comfortable with?
You want me to tell you
Gotta
why?
be
She thought
yourself.
she thought she was gonna be that
change him.
bitch. She thought she
I
was
was
that
gonna be the
goddamn
one
good.
that was gonna make him love me
I just
amongst
knew
all
it.
others.
No, and you was
And it
the
was
fucking
gonna-
not. Got
So
some
it's
bad
like
news for you.
my polyamorous views are changeable. If I
Yeah.
meet the right man, I'm monogamous down. I might love you so much I'll never look at a bitch again.
Hello?
But it's different with men.
Yeah.
Because men believe like because I don't emotionally connect with women. It's a sex thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Men are most of the time in poly relationships for different emotional measures. So this one might be feeding him that way emotionally, and that one might be feeding him this. He's getting different things from his women.
Yeah.
So it's hard for him to hone in on try to find everything in one woman. But for
Yeah.
me, it would be like, listen, I could find everything I want in one man, and I don't need to, we
Fuck with all these
we got
other people.
threesomes or some shit.
Okay. Oh, so you open to threesomes. You like threesomes.
Yeah, but my issue has always came, and me and the guys that I deal with don't have the same type, which is why I've never had a threesome.
See, my
I
thing
don't
was-
want to fuck the bitches you're fucking with.
Yeah. Oh,
And
they
the
wanna
girls that
bring
I'm
them-
fucking with don't
you
like
wanna
you.
fucking-
So we're gonna go do our thing. You go.
Yeah.
We'll reconvene on
See,
Monday.
see, with me, my thing with threesomes is that pH balance might get the fucking up. You know what I mean? Because you done took your ding-a-ling out of her. Because we know we ain't here fucking with no condoms and shit on. You done took your thing out of her. Then you put it in me. I don't need no. Did you drink enough water today, bitch? What you better your drawers is right crunchy and shit. See, that's why I can't fuck around
This
with
is
that.
why I would never. I've never had a threesome because I don't. Your type is.
Yeah.
Don't bring me that, please. No.
Period. This is what do you see yourself in 5 years? 2 to 5 years, because you can change.
I'm gonna be married, baby on the way.
Okay.
My books are gonna be all bestsellers. I'm gonna be public speaking at different schools.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a spoken word album, Grammy nominated. I
love that.
I'm gonna be doing Reiki on all your favorite celebrities and yoga and teaching them how to be meditating with their energy and stay calm and all of those things. But yeah, bunch of babies.
I like how you got it.
cool
You got
ass
it in my
husband.
dog.
Oh yeah, OD. Everything that I do in my life is hardly ever spontaneous.
Yeah,
That's part of
It's
the
super
controlling shit.
Intentional. Yeah.
It's intention, but it's control. I know this is
Yeah.
okay. This is what we're on. This is my timeline, and this is when it's gonna get done by.
Yeah.
So I'm finna be engaged by next year,
Okay.
and I'm not even dating. And I'm saying that.
Okay.
We're gonna watch this video back and be like, this bitch was
said
serious.
it. Okay.
Absolutely.
What you feeling shit? Cause you know you one of them people, them kind of people, them them kind of folk that be feeling shit. Did you feel something for me? What you got for me? Do me good. I feel like you got some fucked up shit. Gonna piss me off.
No, it's not gonna piss you off. I think that love for you is on the other side of the evolution that you're afraid of diving into.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you're very comfortable in being this Donnii, as I was very comfortable in being this Kira. But the thing about change is we can't always do what makes us happy, because sometimes the things that are making us happy are to our own detriment. And I had to evolve, even though I was so happy as I was, because I was happy, but it wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to be sad for a little while, because abstinence makes me sad.
Yeah.
Sobriety makes me sad. Not missing therapy, not fucking niggas. I love fucking. I love fucking.
Ooh, real good.
But not fucking makes me sad.
Yeah.
So I think that if you are willing to dive into a true season of sadness and just go through and do all of the things that make you sad for a while, there's so much happiness that's on the other side of this journey for you. Because right now you got this vibrance that I recognize. You remind me of Kira. When we first connected, we were twin fucking flames.
Okay.
But it's like that happiness that we feel and being who we are, it's not working.
Yeah.
It's not working. So it's like you have to be honest and say, okay, what do I want? This hasn't been working for me. How much am I willing to change? And there are certain things that I'm doing that is not making me happy right now, but I'm changing. And
Same.
I know that it's leading me closer to the things that I want for real.
Right.
Because I had someone who loved me say, I listen to everything you say you want in a husband. And then I watch you choose men that are nothing like the things that you say that you want. I listen to everything you say you want in your career. And then I watch you fuck off and not maneuver in a way of the things that you're saying you want. How serious about you are the things, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that that's what's coming for you. I think that you are so vibrant and you are so happy. But the change is going to come with the sadness. And then when you feel sad, just call me. You got my number.
Okay, cool. I'm like, bitch, this your motherfucking fault.
This your fault. You told me
that. For the fuck you got your ass here. I had a good motherfucking day. Now, bitch, crying in the chair. I'm fucked
cool.
up.
Them tears is healthy tears.
Yeah,
them
for
healthy
sure.
tears. So
For sure. 100%. I agree. Well, thank you. This was so dope. I'm glad that you came
thank you for
to
having
talk
me.
your shit. It was super, super dope.
We were talking a lot of shit.
We did. And that concludes this week's episode of the We Just Talking podcast. Thank you guys for tapping in. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Call me back. Peace.